So is a re-lockdown wise strategy? That's the question I want to pose to Dr. K. Srinath Reddy, President, the Public Health Foundation of India, one of the country's top epidemiologists as well. Thank you very much, Dr. Reddy, for joining us. What's your sense? Is a re-lockdown really a strategy, or is it simply postponing the inevitable? Bangalore has done it, Bihar is about to do it, we've Uttar Pradesh doing it, Pune is under re-lockdown. Is it a wise strategy?
The first lockdown was essentially not only to disrupt the dissemination chain, but also to prepare the health and social services to meet the situation much better over a period of time. The present short, temporary, and restricted lockdowns may be necessary because there has been a considerable let-up in the caution, and the behavior of the people after the release from the lockdown has been somewhat, in a sense, not very prudent. And therefore, you've seen crowds gathering in shopping areas and also celebrating in various events, whether it is social or religious. And it is necessary now, when things are getting difficult, to try and get the things back on track and contain the spread. And at the same time, give a very clear-cut message to the people that we cannot have a seesaw motion like this for a long time. So we need to be careful and maintain our utmost caution for quite some time to come.
But Dr. Reddy, let's assume that next month is the big festive season in Mumbai, or even in Karnataka, Ganesh Chaturthi is a big festival. Will we again have a re-lockdown? Is this the pattern, the seesaw that you're calling? Is it something that we all have to now live with, that every time cases spike, a city or a particular area will go into re-lockdown mode? Or when there is a festival where there may be a danger of no social distancing?
I think we have to be very careful in this. We have to enforce a lot of discipline, not at all levels, both at the government and the community level. And we have to accept the fact that at least for some more months, our social activities would have to be greatly restricted. Let me give you an analogy from a field that you love most, cricket. You play well, then suddenly wickets start falling because of careless strokes. Then you have to pull down the shutters and then play very cautiously a defensive game till you start getting control again, and then you can open up and play your shots well. So this is going to be that kind of a strategy where now we have to go into a bit of a defensive mode till we get things under control.
So you're going to, therefore what you're telling me is that at different stages, different parts of this country will have to go through this re-lockdown, because who is troubled the most at the moment? Those who run small industries, small factories. They're saying it's becoming impossible to do business in this lockdown, re-lockdown mode. So the balance between lives and livelihoods is going for a toss, doctor. Is that a worry, a concern?
I believe that we should not have too many lockdowns, but it is absolutely important for everybody to be disciplined in this matter. If we let go of our discipline, then these kind of things become inevitable. So it is absolutely necessary to send a message that avoid crowding, try and do as much of your work in open spaces, and do not have social or religious congregations for quite some time to come. Unless we enforce that discipline on ourselves, these are going to become inevitable, and we should not let that happen. A lockdown is not necessary if we can actually manage our behavior, but at the same time make sure that other control measures like contact tracing and good testing are all followed up. So public health measures as well as personal protection measures will have to go hand in hand.
Let me ask you therefore, doctor, in conclusion, looking ahead, are you seeing therefore troubling signs? Because the number of cases per day are rising all the time, now 28,000 per day. Is that a good sign? The fact is at least that would suggest there is some tracing and testing going on to a greater degree, or do you believe that's a real worry? Or should we just look at mortality rates and recovery rates?
Well, 42% of the cases and 53% of the deaths are coming from 7 mega cities. So we should get them under control first and try and protect all other areas as much as possible. Certainly there are other areas at risk too. But then if we can actually get what is currently hot under control and bring other areas under a good protective umbrella, then we will gain control sooner than later. And then all these lockdowns will not become necessary.
So you are hopeful going into the next few months, or do you believe we just must be prepared for this long ride of lockdowns and re-lockdowns?
Well, I hope there will not be a need for frequent lockdowns. And I hope that everybody, whether it is actually a public health action on part of the governments, as well as public prudence in terms of their behavior, is going to be complementary in limiting the spread of the infection. But should we slip up, either on the government side or on the public side, then these will become inevitable. And we should do our best collectively to avoid that.
Right. Dr. Reddy, I appreciate your joining us and giving us your expertise. As always, a pleasure talking to you. Thank you very much. Dr. Srinath Reddy of PHFI giving us his perspective on a day when Bengaluru has gone once again into lockdown mode.
Hi everyone, Preeti Chaudhary here. Hope you like this video. For latest news and analysis, like and subscribe to the India Today YouTube channel. And don't forget to press the bell icon to stay updated. Thank you for watching.